After 4 months of intense training, the product of the endeavor is displayed to all. The Commissioner of Economic Affairs and Agriculture of Ecowas Commission, Mrs. Masanjetu Relise, leads a team from the Commission to inspect fish tanks set up and attended to by 150 youths who have been trained on table fish production. The rows and rows of fish tanks are situated at the Anambra State Polytechnic in Awka, Anambra State.
Even if we change it today, if you come to know the water because...
In April 2019, Ecowas developed and adopted a strategy to boost youth employment through the professional training of young people in the agri-food value chain. The regional body was concerned that young people, who make up more than half of the population in West Africa, are threatened by low employment rates, and therefore there was an urgent need to create jobs for the teeming number of youths and also empower them economically. To initiate a proactive policy of setting up young agribusiness entrepreneurs, Ecowas subsidized 25 centers in member states. This grant covers the 15 research centers of excellence and agronomic specialization, as well as 10 centers of innovation and training in agri-ecology and organic production. In Nigeria, 4 centers were selected and supported, namely the NCOS Aquaculture and Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria with $50,040. Fisheries and Aquaculture Business Development Agency FABDA, in collaboration with the Table Fish Production Cooperative Society Limited Awka, with $58,768. The Agricultural and Rural Management Training Institute of Nigeria, with $51,966,000, and Community Allied Farmers Association of Nigeria with $77,942,000. This project was facilitated by the Fisheries and Aquaculture Business Development Agency FABDA in collaboration with the Table Fish Production Cooperative Society Limited, Awka, Anambra State.
We had a strategy. It's good to have strategy, it's good to have policy, but at the point of time, you need to implement. You need to empower youth and women. And the strategy that we had was aligned to the vision of shared prosperity for the community. So we, at the Department of Economic Affairs and Agriculture, thought about this practical training in order for the youth to be empowered, in order to align with the vision of end poverty and end of hunger.
We in FABDA, Fisheries and Aquaculture Business Development Agency in Anambra State, delineated the fisheries and aquaculture value chain into segments, and we have 16 segments. The table fish production is a segment, and what it means is that each of the segments in the value chain represents an investment window into the fish business. So, table fish is a focused way of producing fish, and it is targeted at producing food fish for eating, for human consumption.
The students share their experiences during the training.
It was a very wonderful training to me. I learned so many things. Being somebody that is not into table fish production, and though I saw people that are doing it, I don't know that to produce fish is as big as this. And with the knowledge I've gotten from this training, definitely I must start up my own table fish production. Already, after this training, we've been grouped into Cooperative. We've already gotten our site that we will use for the production of fish. So this training is not just after this, we will go our various ways. No, we will continue.
I learned something different that I have never learned before, starting from this program.
They also suggest areas where the program can be improved for greater effectiveness going forward.
Having a holistic training that encompasses feed production, because without feed, we are doing nothing here. We cannot put fish without feed. That has feed production, make the trainees understand what's the constituent of this feed production, the one that is more nutritious. Then, making also the trainee know more about the fish health. Because when you are growing since this GMO, they are hybrids. So when you are growing them, there's every tendency that they can develop sickness. Then, we also want them to add seed fish training. What I mean by seed fish is fingerlings, production of fingerlings, hatching.
From the inspection of the fish tanks, the Ecowas team proceeds to the auditorium where the graduation ceremony of the 150 youths trained in fish production is about to begin. In her address, the Commission of Economic Affairs and Agriculture, Ecowas Commission, Mrs. Bizange Touré-Lissé, encouraged the graduating youths to make use of the skills they acquired during the training.
The skills you have acquired during these training courses are valuable assets, not only for your personal careers, but also for the economic growth of your country and for the Ecowas community as a whole.
His Excellency, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, the Governor of Anambra State, who was represented by Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, commended Ecowas for the intervention, noting that this training has contributed to the human capital development revolution in Anambra State.
What we are witnessing in Anambra State is an industrial revolution. We're also witnessing Greek revolution, and we're also witnessing the human capital development revolution. And here we are today, thanks to ECOWAS. Madam, we cannot say thank you enough. Okay.
ECOWAS-funded projects such as this will go a long way in promoting entrepreneurship and economic empowerment of young people in the West African sub-region.